I'm Angela Richie. I've taught kindergarten for 14 years. This is my first year at Blanchard Elementary, but I've taught kindergarten a total of 14 years, 13 years at Timmins Elementary, and I loved it dearly, and I love teaching at Blanchard Elementary. It's been a great experience, and it feels like home to me. So tonight I'm going to go over a few things about our classroom and our school and what to expect here at Blanchard Elementary having a child in kindergarten. So here we go. So glad y'all could join us tonight. All right. Get my presentation going. All right, here's my contact information. I have my school email, the school phone number, but Dojo is really the best way to contact me. At any time, you can message me on Dojo and I will get right back to you. If you would like to make sure your child has, or you have their child's information, just put a note in their folder and I will make sure to have your child's updated Dojo number. But I think as of right now, everyone of my parents is on Dojo, which is a great, great thing. I thank you so much for joining it. I just ask you to please, when I send pictures or when I post pictures or when I post news and things like that, to please, please, please like it or comment on it. It always makes me feel a little bit better knowing y'all are seeing it and things like that. So thank you so much for joining that. That's a big deal. All right, here's our daily schedule. It is subject to change because life happens. But as of right now, our schedule, in the morning, the kids come in and a lot of them are eating breakfast, and that's great. You can send breakfast with your child or they can get it here from the school. And they come in and they put their things up. They put their folder, their blue daily folder in a blue bucket. They put their water bottle in their buckets. They put their backpacks in their lockers. Then they are allowed to get a game or Play-Doh and sit at their table independently and play that while everyone's eating and settling in. While they're doing that, I am taking their temperature, seeing what they want, if they want a lunch plate or not, what kind of milk they might want. If you notice, I said they are doing a lot of this. It's time for them to become independent. And at first, it's very hard for them to do that. But as soon as they get into that structure and that schedule, they are doing amazing. You would be shocked to see all what your child can do independently. So it's a very big deal that they're able to do that routine of coming in and putting away and doing all that. And I'm not helping them. And that's a great, great thing that they're growing and able to do that independently. We start our day with reading and CKLA skills. So that's sounds and letters and writing and things like that. As of right now, I'm doing the ABC boot camp. And you probably have seen in your child's folders that we've gone over we start with letter A and we'll go all the way through Z. And it's just something a little extra to help us get us ready for learning our letters and sounds. We do go to recess at 9 o'clock. And so we stop the letters and we go to recess. After recess, we come back in and we have a snack. That's when the kids get those water bottles, and that's why it's so important to have a water bottle because they're so thirsty. And as of right now, we can't use the water fountains because of the COVID situation. So having a water bottle is very, very important. I do have some here, but I do run out. So I would ask you to please, please, please send water bottles. I send them home when they need to be refilled. So just please make sure to double check with your student if they have water or not. Then we begin at 9:30 and we do our CKLA knowledge, which is a story. And like this week, we're learning about the 5 senses, and we learn about the pupil and sound waves. I mean, they just go all out and learn some really impressive things. At 10:30, we stop and we do some math. Zern is our math curriculum. You'll probably hear your student talk about getting on the iPad and having to do Zern. Kindergarten is different from the other grades because kindergarten Zern is not, we don't have like a tower of power and things like that the older grades have. Ours is pretty much like a game, and they have to play at least 2 games to be able to look at different things on their iPads. All the apps that are on their iPads are educational. They don't like them sometimes, but that's not an option. They have to do Zern every day for 10 minutes on the iPad. while they're doing their iPad Zern, I have them come to me, or I go to them to this time right now because of the COVID situation, and we work we work together, on our Zern activities for the day. We also do a whole group of Zern, and then they have to do an independent activity. We do a small group activity, and then they're doing their Zern on the iPad. A lot of transitioning, a lot of routine that the kids are having to learn, but they're doing a fantastic job at learning all of that. We eat lunch at 12, between 12 and 12:30 in our room. It's very, it's a lot to have to eat in your room with with the students having to eat in here. They're learning very quickly how to clean up after themselves. It is very important to help your child learn how to open things. If you send them with a lunch, please make sure they can open all of the things in their lunchbox. Because I do have someone who comes in and helps me between 12 and 12:30, but with 20 students, it takes forever to get everything open in a timely manner. Then we go to the bathroom and clean up, of course, and we go to enrichment. Monday, we go to music. Tuesday, we go to computer lab. Wednesday, we go to library. Thursday, we go to PE. And Friday, we go to art. So on Thursdays, please make sure they wear tennis shoes and dress appropriately for PE, which is physical education. After that, we come back to the room and we do some RTI, which is response to intervention. We also did that during some workstations in the morning. I'm sorry I missed that. But that is just for me to pull some kids who just need a little extra help, who need some one-on-one time or like a super small group time with me, just to go over the fundamentals and build their academics. We do some social living and science, and then we get ready to go home. Here at the beginning of the school year, I do give an afternoon snack because they're very hungry. I give a morning snack and an afternoon snack. So when you do send snacks, please send extras if you can, just because that is what I am giving them in the afternoon. I'm not taking them home or hoarding them for myself, but I am making sure the kids are getting fed so they're not hungry, because sometimes they don't care for the school lunch, and they're just growing kids and they need a little bite to eat. So we do that for sure. All right, rules and expectations. My class rules are very simple. Looking eyes, listening ears, quiet mouths, helping hands, walking feet, and be respectful. I'm respectful to you. You should be respectful to me. We say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and I say it back to them. We treat each other with kindness. We never make fun of somebody. In our classroom, we're a family, and I make sure to know the kids know that we don't treat people mean. We are nice people. We are kind. If somebody falls or gets hurt, we're not going to sit there and laugh. We're going to help them. Now, if it's funny afterwards, we can laugh. That's fine all together. However, we will always help them first. That is another note about the water bottle. Just send that for me. Don't forget to read the Caddo Student Handbook found under the Students tab on the Caddo Parish homepage. So if you've never looked at that before, it is pretty interesting. You just go to the Caddo Parish School website, and under the student tab is the handbook, Caddo Student Handbook. And it's just all the rules, all the expectations, all the guidelines that each school in Caddo Parish follows. And I will tell you this right now, Blanchard Elementary follows them. Ms. Burgess is an unbelievable principal who makes sure we are following the rules. And I think it's great because I know what to expect, and you as a parent should know what to expect also if something were to happen. We do have a thinking chair in here, and if a student is has done something that they need to go think about, they go sit in the thinking chair. I don't call it timeout. I don't like to call it timeout. It is a thinking chair where they need to go think about it, and when they're done, they can come talk to me. Our conduct is A, B, C, D, F. They know what I expect, and I expect for them to do their work. I expect them to be quiet when asked. I expect them not to yell out, and I expect them to follow my class rules. And everyone does that. And I'm very proud of this class this year, especially because they are working so, so hard and learning so, so much. And in that blue daily folder is where you would find their conduct grade. Now, if a student gets below an A, they get a B, C, D, or F, I will contact you. because you should know what has happened in the classroom for their grade to drop. Now, with that being said, if I feel like they have had a consequence at school, meaning if they did not tell me the truth about something and I had them sit out during center time, then that's their consequence. I don't believe they need a consequence at home. I believe that they need to be spoken to at home, and that's it. Now, if they acted out and hit or did something in that form or fashion, then I will say they need a consequence at home also. And I would hope you would follow through on that and make sure that they know that they can't have TV time at home or play with their favorite game at home or such because of how they acted in school today. And I would make sure you would know exactly what they did so you can follow through on that. All right, attendance. Drop-off starts at 7:05. The tardy bell rings at 7:30. Now, we know that the drop-off situation is kind of different this year because of how many people are dropping off. So I don't usually put in attendance into the system until about 7:40. So if you're still trickling in, that's fine. The kids, when they come off the bus, they come right into the classroom. And so they don't really have any time to wander around or anything like that because our classroom is right by the cafeteria where the buses drop them off. If your child does miss school, please send an excuse. All right, Canvas. Canvas, in accordance with Cato Strong Start, guidance, all lessons will be taught and available in Canvas. So I'm going to show you how to get into Canvas so that if any time we did go all virtual, meaning if the COVID, became rampant or whatever, you would know how to virtually teach your child. All the lessons I teach are on Canvas. And so if we were to go virtual, I would do Zoom meetings with you and I would teach your child for you, of course, but you need to know how to get to that step of going to Canvas. So that's what I'm about to show you. Also, don't forget to check out the Blanchard Elementary School website. There's some help documents on there. Also some help things you might want to check out at your earliest convenience. All right, so let me show you how to go to Canvas. All right, you are going to go to the Launchpad, the class link. Now, at the beginning of the school year, I gave you a card, a yellow card, and it had your child's username and password on it. If you need that, just let me know. Dojo me, write me a note in their folder or something that you misplaced it. Life happens. I get it. And that you need a new one. Because if we do go all virtual, you will definitely need that to log on. So you go to Caddo Parish Schools class link. You can just usually Google class link Caddo Parish and it pops right up. Looks just like this. So I'm going to put my information in. I'm going to log in as myself, of course. There's my login. I'm going to put my password in. And then I'm going to sign in. Now, once you get here, your child's look will look different, of course. It won't have some of the apps I have, but it looks pretty much the same. All right, you're going to scroll down and you're going to look for this icon, Canvas. Pretty simple. Now, when you get here, you are going to click My Class, Richie's Ranch, right there. You just click it. And it will come up to this. It's my homepage. It's just like a website is all it is. So it's like my personal website. All right, so if you want to make it bigger, you're more than welcome to. Each day has their own thing. So if you click on a day, that will give you a list of things you have to do that day. So let's say your student or you were sick and your kid could not come to school on Wednesday. You go to Wednesday, you click it, and it will take you right there to our to-do list. So our morning meeting, which we're not doing right now because I have no virtual students, but there's a lesson to, you watch the video and it's us talking and doing the lesson with y'all. Then of course is the activity pages they need to complete. They're right there for you. We were celebrating Johnny Appleseed and such fun things like that. Watch the Zern video. So that's the math. The math activity pages are on there. And then of course, practice writing your letters and name, your name and your numbers. Then to get back, you can just go back up here and click this, or you can just click home. It doesn't matter. Now, let's say your student has been around the COVID, and so they have to quarantine. We would expect your child to get onto Canvas and start doing Canvas lessons. And if they were to do that, I would be helping them through that by doing virtual lessons with them. So you just click on whatever day you need to go on to. Now, if we go all virtual, we click on each day together. My contact information is right down here again. Also, if you click on me, there's a little message for the kids. Over here is our class schedule again. There you go. Now, you can message me through Canvas. Over on the left-hand corner, it should say inbox, and you can send me a message there, and that's fine. I can get that, but Dojo is the absolute best. Please, 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 please. Now, don't forget to check out the enrichment teachers Canvas also, because if we did go all virtual, your child would be expected to do PE, math, of course math, PE, music, library, and such like that. They would have assignments in that Canvas group. Now, you just press home to go back to that home page is all you do. I was going to like to show you real quick. And there it is. Now, go back to the class links real quick. And right down here is the Zern. I was telling you earlier about that your child would be expected to do Zern. If we went all virtual, they would be expected to do Zern at home also. And you just click on that and it comes right up to what your child needs to do, and they press start and they know exactly how to complete Zern. We've been doing it in the classroom for a while now. All right, let's go right back up here. Excellent. All right, back to present mode. Fantastic. All right, so that was just a very quick, fast look at Canvas and how to do Canvas if we did go all virtual, or if your child was sick for a prolonged time and things like that. All right, assignments. ELA, we have our CKLA curriculum, which we do have workbook assignments out of both skills and knowledge. I'm sure you've seen them at home. We also send home homework via that also. Math, the Zern curriculum, we use that and we use their materials. We also do some other things to help them, like some number worksheets or some cutouts to get those fine motor skills going, some tracer sheets, things like that to help with their academics. All right, homework. Homework will be sent home in that blue folder. It'll be a daily folder, of course, and so that means it needs to come back every day. On the left-hand side of your folder is keep it home, return to school. And on the right-hand side of your folder is keep it home. Please, please, please check their folder every day. Even if they say they don't have homework, you still have to sign it because that is where their conduct grade is recorded. And that is also a great communication tool. If you want to jot me a note or something, you're more than welcome to in that behavior sheet. All right, devices. If you're using an iPad, it will need to be iOS 12 or higher. And we use iPads in the classroom, so your student would know how to navigate that and things like that. You can use a Chromebook or a computer or a desktop, laptop, whatever, if we had to go all virtual. But if we went all virtual, you would definitely need to make sure if you're using an iPad that it was iOS 12. Now, I'm hearing that the phones, if you use your phone, your iPhone or smartphone or whatever, it's kind of hard to do Canvas on that. I think it's doable, but it's difficult. So that's that. And that's if we went all virtual or if your child had to go virtual. All right, don't forget to check out PE Art and Music's pages because they worked really hard on those also in Canvas. All right, questions. Do not hesitate to message me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help your child grow and get so smart. And they are on their way to doing that right now. We work daily on holding our pencil correctly. Got to grasp. We work daily on cutting, on cleaning up our messes. So thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you for checking this out. Can one come to the bathroom? Yeah. Thank you. No problem. All right, let me get this off.